And welcome to this week's Gamecock Insider. I'm your host, Andy Demetra. Spring is in the air, and specifically, spring football. The Gamecocks kicked off their first spring practice this week under new head coach Will Muschamp. What's Coach Boom looking to accomplish in his first spring with the Gamecocks? And what's he looking forward to as South Carolina head coach? Our Brad Muller has this exclusive one-on-one with Will Muschamp.
Brad Muller joined by head football coach Will Muschamp. First spring practice for you, coach, and tell us a little bit about your, goals and staff philosophies coming into your first spring practice here.
Well, going into our off-season program, Brad, we really wanted to concentrate on effort, toughness, and discipline. And then going into spring, it's about physicality. We got to find an edge of our football team. We lost 5 games last year by 7 points or less. We had every opportunity in the world in the Florida game. So we had some close opportunities. So in order to win those games, to me, we got to be able to run the ball better at the end. We got to be able to stop the run better at the end and create those situations for our football team as best we can to improve as a team.
Well, change can be tough for the guys that have been here, for the student athletes that have been here. How have they adapted in the offseason so far?
Oh, they've been great. Coach Spur was in my office this morning, and we talked about what a great group of young men we have, how adaptable they've been to a new situation, to a new change, to a new way of doing things, and they've been great. They really have.
Do you and your coaching staff get any sleep? I imagine there's a lot of preparation that goes into before the first day of spring practice.
Well, whenever you have a new staff, a new equipment situation, a new training situation, a bunch of new coaches coming out for the first time, some things I may say they don't totally understand. So we've had several dry runs as a staff as far as how practice is going to run, who's going to be on the field where. We've got a lot of different drills going on at one time, so we need to be on top of our stuff as a staff to make sure we're successful.
I know you're a defensive guy, but how much oversight will you have on the offense, especially in this first spring session?
Well, philosophically, Kurt and I are going to be on the same page about what we want to be. But I coach the safeties on the field. That's one thing I enjoy about coaching football is coaching the players, and that's somewhere I can have a very positive effect. But it's also managing the entire football team, and we'll certainly take a part of that.
Are there certain position battles you're looking forward to the most in spring?
Well, we need to find a quarterback. We got 5 guys going in that are all going to get opportunities, and we've got to whittle this down as quickly as possible. But that's the number one position you better have, and right now you got 5, you don't have 1. So we need to find out who that guy or guys is going to be leaving spring, moving into fall camp, because you can't rep 5 guys and get ready for the season.
How much can the off-season participation tell you about your team going into spring practice?
Well, I think from an effort, toughness, and discipline standpoint, and a competitive edge standpoint, you find out a lot about your players. We put them in a lot of stressful situations in the off season, so they had to come through those things and they had to battle through those things. We created a lot of adversity for our team in the off season, but you can't fall in love with a guy in shorts. You play this game in pads and you play it with a football, and we haven't been on the field with our guys with pads or a football yet. So we'll find out a lot more about our team heading into spring.
Now, I understand there's not exactly a timetable of when you have to name a starter or finalize your depth chart based on spring practice.
No, again, you don't want to put a timetable on that. We got 15 practices, and then we got about 27 practices in August. So we've got enough practices to be able to study our football team and figure those things out and understand that day to day, on and off the field, you affect your opportunities to play at the University of South Carolina.
I know you've got to be excited for your first spring practice out South Carolina. What are you most excited about to get going and to see at the end of the spring practice?
Well, I just enjoy getting on the field and coaching the players. That's really what I enjoy doing, and so I'm looking forward to that, to getting back coaching the secondary. That's where I feel more comfortable being as far as a position coach on the field, but also being back as the head coach. And really, I enjoy spring ball. That's the developmental part of our game, and it's a developmental game. And so from practice 1 to practice 15, to see the improvement that a young man can make is what I really enjoy.
Great job. Well, Coach, best of luck this spring.
All right, Brad, thank you.
Coach Will Muschamp, I'm Brad Muller.
And coming up on Gamecock Insider, Coach Muschamp let our cameras roll inside his first spring practice with the Gamecocks to get an inside look as they begin their work for the 2016 season next.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Coke Zero. Enjoy everything. By Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work. And by Wild Wing Cafe. We've got just the thing to make you wild. Gamecock Insider is a production of Gamecock IMG Sports Marketing.
America's workers are passionate about building better lives for themselves and their families. Colonial Life is passionate about helping them with benefits that preserve and protect what they work so hard to build. even if challenging times get in their way. When you need us most, we're there, and we've been there for 75 years. Colonial Life, the benefits of good, hard work.
Win the opportunity to be the next Farm Bureau Insurance fan on the field and witness pregame warm-ups from the dugout. Winners will receive 2 game tickets, pregame field passes, and autographed merchandise from head coach Chad Holbrook. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Fan on the Field is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage.
You've upgraded all your old technology, so what about this? It's time to get into the new with Ford. New is EcoBoost technology. New is a foot-activated liftgate. New is tougher, stronger, and lighter. New is Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now, get into a new Fusion for $179 or 0 for 60 plus 2,000 trade assist. See your Carolina Ford dealer today.
Join us every week at Wild Wing Cafe for Carolina Calls from 7 to 8 p.m. Wild Wing Cafe is Columbia's home for hot wings, cold beer, and good times. Tune into Carolina Calls every week and go to wildwingcafe.com for more information. Welcome back to Gamecock Insider. They are the unmistakable sounds of spring in Columbia. Pads popping, whistles blowing, spring practice kicking off for South Carolina football. Take a special look and a special listen at the sights and sounds of South Carolina's first spring practice.
Go! Good, good. Don't be that long, just quick. There go!
Still to come on Gamecock Insider, South Carolina women's basketball earned yet another #1 national seed for the NCAA tournament. They kicked off their postseason ride this weekend at Colonial Life Arena. Our Brad Muller sits down with the head coach of the Gamecocks, Dawn Staley, coming up next.
If it wasn't for the University of South Carolina, we never would have started it.
We had an idea for a new way to create digital trees for video games and movies. So we decided to start SpeedTree through the USC Technology Incubator. Now, our software has been used in more than 50 feature films.
The fact that a couple of USC grads can have such a huge impact on Hollywood and even win an Academy Award, that's what No Limits means to us.
Win the opportunity to be the next Farm Bureau Insurance fan on the field and witness pregame warm-ups from the dugout. Winners will receive 2 game tickets, pregame field passes, and autographed merchandise from head coach Chad Holbrook. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Fan on the Field is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage.
You've upgraded all your old technology, so what about this? It's time to get into the new with Ford. New is EcoBoost technology. New is a foot-activated liftgate. New is tougher, stronger, and lighter. New is Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now, get into a new Fusion for $179 or 0 for 60 plus 2,000 trade assist. See your Carolina Ford dealer today.
Nice look up ahead, but it's erased by Carrera. Here's Kaichenis.
Well, Michael Carrera brings so many intangibles to this team. There's one of them right there.
That was our Sandsbury Eye Center. Did you see that play? Brad Muller joined by South Carolina women's head basketball coach Dawn Staley. The Gamecocks in the NCAA tournament for the 5th consecutive year. Another record-setting year. Their 3rd consecutive SEC regular season title, 2nd consecutive SEC tournament championship. And Coach, let's talk about that. Is there any bigger thrill in basketball than cutting down the nets?
There's not a bigger thrill because it signifies a championship. How much hard work that it goes into, getting up on that ladder and being a part of a team and cutting down the net. So I think it's tremendous for our program. It speaks volumes to, what our players sacrifice on a daily basis to put our program in that position.
An outstanding tournament for the Gamecocks and a lot of different heroes, if you will, throughout. Let's go ahead and jump into our Terminex Best Player of the Tournament for South Carolina. A lot of good candidates to choose from.
There are a lot, but I'm going to go with someone that doesn't get very much of the spotlight because she plays with so many great players. Khadijah Sessions was huge for us on both sides of the ball, just managing our basketball club, just inserting the energy whenever it was needed and playing with a certain determination that she did not want to lose.
Well, I know she takes a lot of pride in her game, especially her defense, and not being named to the SEC All-Defensive Team. You think like she was playing a little more chip on her shoulder?
Well, I mean, she's always played with a chip on her shoulder, but, something being on the All-Defensive Team, and also she wanted to be, Defensive Player of the Year because she over the course of her career, she's been overlooked in those areas. I think if you break down our women's basketball team, you'll find that she's probably more of the heart and soul of our basketball club than anybody on our team.
Walk us through now. You've had some time off between the SEC Tournament Championship and the start of the NCAA Tournament, and I guess the players got a little bit of time off, but walk us through what practice has been like.
We gave the players a few days off during spring break. We got back together and we've had 4 or 5 practices, and they've been really detail-oriented practices, just working on a few wrinkles from an offensive standpoint, and also just making sure our players are locked in on the little things. Because we, as we reflect on the season, a lot of our games that we won were won on broken plays. So we want to make sure that we're playing through broken plays because there are a lot of them throughout the course of a basketball game, and we want to make sure we win the battle of the broken plays.
Well, most of your team, pretty much all of them, have been through this routine before with the NCAA tournament. Does that help, I guess, get over any distractions that are associated?
Yeah, it's like when you're, familiar with something. It kind of, you're not complacent. You're just aware. And when you're aware of things that are around you, like, just the preparation for it, you feel good about what you need to do to make that preparation right to be able to execute when we need to execute.
I know the goal is to win a national championship here at South Carolina. Getting to the Final Four last year, how are they handling the pressure to get back to the Final Four and make a run?
Well, I mean, it's they're handling it well. You have a senior group of players who have, won a lot of basketball games for our program. And, because we got so close to, winning a national championship last year, it's left a sour taste in their mouths. And, they want to win. And we feel like we got the personnel, we feel like we got the luck, we feel like we got the experience. And after playing in, the SEC conference, it preps you, it preps you well for playing on this type of stage.
Let's check the Palmetto Health injury report. Anything new to report for the Gamecocks?
Knock on wood, we have nothing to report, but Tiffany Davis is healing fast.
Well, let's hope that she continues to heal, and let's hope that injury report stays clean the rest of the way. Well, Coach, best of luck to you in the postseason.
Thanks, Brad.
Gamecocks in the NCAA tournament for the 5th consecutive year. That'll do it for Coach Dawn Staley. I'm Brad Muller.
Coming up next on Gamecock Insider, the Gamecocks had an extra special senior day for Limona Sakevicic and Mindaugas Kaičinas. For the first time in their 4 years at South Carolina, their mothers came in from Klaipėda, Lithuania to watch them play. We go behind the scenes with them for their senior day and a special reunion next. Introducing the Tex-Mex Bacon Thick Burger with fire-roasted peppers and onions, smoky Santa Fe sauce, and thick-cut bacon on a 100% Black Angus beef patty. New at Hardee's.
You can get 2 free tickets to see your Gamecocks men's basketball team take the court this season just by shopping at Buy Low. Purchase a minimum of $50 worth of groceries in one transaction and exchange your receipt at the Colonial Life Arena ticket office for 2 free tickets to a South Carolina home game. This offer is valid only while supplies last, so shop at your local Buy Low today. Britton's of Columbia has Gamecock attire for men and ladies with accessories to match from brands like Southern Tide and Smathers and Branson. Stop by Britton's of Columbia or like Britton's on Facebook.
America's workers are passionate about building better lives for themselves and their families. Colonial Life is passionate about helping them with benefits that preserve and protect what they work so hard to build. Even if challenging times get in their way, when you need us most, we're there, and we've been there for 75 years. Colonial Life, the benefits of good, hard work.
When you grow up in a place, it's not just where you're from, it's who you are. The way things are done there becomes just how they're done. And while other places are nice, none of them quite feel like home. We're proud to say we grew up in the South, where serving you best starts with a conversation. Visit us at your nearest South State location or at southstatebank.com.
People ship all kinds of things.
But what if that thing is a few 100,000 doses of flu vaccine
that need to be kept at 41 degrees
while being shipped to a country where it's 90 degrees in the shade?
Sound hard? Yeah.
Does that mean people in Laos shouldn't get their vaccine?
We didn't think so.
From figuring it out to getting it done,
we're here to help.
Good hard work has earned Caitlin Dambaugh the title of Colonial Life Academic Athlete of the Week. A member of the women's golf team, Dambaugh is a junior sport and entertainment management major with a 3.345 GPA. This week's Academic Athlete is brought to you by Colonial Life. Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work. Welcome back to Gamecock Insider. For the last 4 years, the mothers of Gamecock forwards Mindaugas Kaičinas and Laimonas Akevičius have watched their sons play, but only through their computer and late in the night. Never before had they come from Klaipėda, Lithuania to America to watch their sons until now. We get a special behind-the-scenes look at a special family reunion and a special senior day this year for South Carolina basketball. Take a look.
Well, big day for Hetkevičius and Kaičinas. Their moms have traveled from Lithuania. First time they've seen them play in the States.
Neapsakomas jausmas matyti jį išbėgant į aikštelę gyvai. Nėra žodžių.
Pirmą kartą per 4 metus pamatyti vaiką gyvai žaidžiant. Kaip gali tą apsakyti? Nežinau.
There's Hetkevičius making it look easy. Kaičinas up ahead of the pack. He lays it up and in. He beat everybody down the floor. The Lithuanian parents enjoying the action here in Columbia, South Carolina.
Koks yra didžiausias skirtumas tarp Amerikos ir Lietuvos, kokį dabar pamačius?
Pirmiausia, tai yra didelis kultūrų skirtumas ir šičia žmonės yra galbūt paprastesni ir daugiau šypsosi.
Not saying that Lithuanians don't smile, but...
Mėgstamiausias amerikietiškas maistas, kurį valgyti.
Pizza.
Pizza.
I think, it's just the support that she brings, she's the biggest fan of me, and, that means a lot just to see her in the stands.
Probably Lithuanian food and the hug every morning. Breakfast ready every morning. It's nice.
Negalėjome pasakyti, kaip jį stipriai myli, apkabinti ir priglausti prie širdies.
Kai tu pralaiši varžybas ir negali apkabinti ir paguosti.
Didžiausia pasididžiavimas savo sūnumi.
Pasikeitė tavo mąstymas. Suvyriškėjai.
It's a big night for the country of Lithuania. They should be proud.
Listen to the crowd for Hetkevičius. The Lithuanians tonight for South Carolina have amassed 25 points and 17 boards.
Laimonas has enjoyed a career year in the Garnet and Black, posting career highs in every major statistical category. One of the most consistent players on the floor over the past 4 seasons has been Mindaugas Kaičinas. Mindaugas is joined today by his mother, Rita.
Ačiū Jums, kad palaikote mano vaiką. Ačiū visiems. Besąlygiškai.
Didžiausia lietuviška ačiū.
And don't forget, South Carolina is back in action Monday at Colonial Life Arena for the second round of the NIT. With that, they'll have an opportunity to break the school record for wins in a season. Now let's look at My Carolina.
Now, Gamecocks everywhere can support their beloved university year-round at the USC Alumni Center. Our spirit capital is the place to support student learning, connect to each other, and advocate for Carolina, no matter where you are in the world. Alumni, students, faculty, staff, and fans, we are ready to welcome you home. Visit mycarolina.org and stay connected, forever to thee.
Planning a brighter future is easy with Future Scholar, South Carolina's tax-deductible 529 college savings plan. The holiday season is a great time to open a Future Scholar account. It's never too early to start investing in your children's future. Learn more at futurescholar.com and let's paint their futures bright.
Win the opportunity to be the next Farm Bureau Insurance fan on the field and witness pregame warm-ups from the dugout. Winners will receive 2 game tickets, pregame field passes, and autographed merchandise from head coach Chad Holbrook. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Fan on the Field is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage.
Turn out the lights.
Why is all your junk in your new car? It's not junk. Thank you.
They say that all good things must end. Call it a night.
Are you kidding me?
Nissan Sentra, J.D. Power's highest-ranked compact car in initial quality. Now get a $149 per month lease plus $500 on the Nissan Sentra.
Carolina and Clemson haven't agreed on much since 1896. It's a healthy multi-sport rivalry. And this year, every head-to-head competition is part of the inaugural certified SC-grown Palmetto Series. So while Gamecocks and Tigers each support their team, we can all support local farmers by purchasing certified SC-grown products. Just look for the certified SC-grown label where you shop and follow your team at palmettoseries.com. It's a matter of taste.
Gamecock Insider is brought to you by Coke Zero. Enjoy everything. By Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work. And by Wild Wing Cafe. We've got just the thing to make you wild. Gamecock Insider is a production of Gamecock IMG Sports Marketing.
Don't forget to support your Gamecocks Monday. Colonial Life Arena in the second round of the NIT. The Gamecocks will aim for the school record with their 26th win of the season. For all of us at Gamecock Productions, I'm Andy Demetra. Thanks once again for watching Gamecock Insider.